Okay, so I'm going to try to be quick with it. The reasons that eggs are hindering your ability to heal or potentially making you worse are as follows. And chances are you've never heard them before. What we usually hear is that eggs are packed full of nutrients and they're a superfood. That's all fine and good, but just because we can doesn't mean we should. We need to get out of the reductionist mentality of thinking just because a food has a certain nutrient that it is either good or bad for the body. There are other ways to look at things, and we need to view it holistically. So number one, pathogens are grown on eggs in a laboratory environment. Sorry, I've got a visitor. So when you've got pathogens feeding on eggs, for instance, EBV or the flu, and if you don't think you have EBV, you probably have had it at some point. I never thought I had mono. My EBV antibodies are sky high. If you haven't looked into the research on EBV being the root cause of many chronic conditions, do so. They recently found that EBV is actually the root cause of multiple sclerosis. So you're feeding pathogens. Also, these are involved in making shots. A lot of them have gotten them. They're on the traditional childhood schedules. You do not need to have an egg allergy to have an egg sensitivity. And if you're mounting an immune response to said shots, you could be mounting an immune response to eggs. It took me years to realize that my dermatitis was an inflammatory reaction to eating eggs. Now, that wasn't the only cause, but it took so long because it was delayed. It wasn't an IgE reaction where I went into anaphylactic shock or my throat swelled up or something like that. So there's that whole situation. They can also cause autoimmune issues via molecular mimicry. If you're not familiar with that, that's another rabbit hole to jump down. Finally, they are a fat bomb. Okay, people are going to say, oh, but they've got cholesterol. But what they leave out is the fact that our liver produces all the cholesterol that our body needs, number one. Number two, our liver has hundreds of jobs. And we are so sick, we need it to detoxify. And when we start our day with a fat bomb, it has to switch over to a more demanding job of breaking down fat and protein rather than clean out the body. In order to heal, your liver has to catch up and be able to function efficiently. So if you're starting your day with a fat bomb in hopes of meeting your fat and protein goals, you're only hindering yourself. So those are just a few reasons, other than the whole not eating animal products thing, why you should refrain from eating eggs at all.